Alright guys, back for more on the John Deere 110 electrical work. So, alright, let's figure out what wiring problems we got going on, because there's all kinds of things. This went over to the headlight switch that's been added in, so I got that much figured out. The wire is laying there for the headlights, haven't seen if they worked. I've removed the circuit breaker down there that somebody put in line, which isn't a bad thing. Just doesn't seem like it was working. And I have narrowed it down to, I have power. If you guys can see the light up down there. On this side of the amp gauge, but I do not have power on the other side of the amp gauge. So, what I'm going to do is this wire went to the other side of the amp gauge. I'm going to take that and put a ring end on it and go over to here for right now. Later on, we'll get a new amp gauge, but we've got to make sure this thing is good. And the other thing I saw here while I've been working is this white wire. The wire was laying there that it come off of. Well, we'll have to find it, but there was a wire down there that come off of. So I'll have to get the flashlight out and find that, but it was laying there. I guess for curiosity's sake. Does the headlights work? Oh. No headlights. Well, that's a bummer. My assumption would be there's a bad ground, bad connection. What's the odds both headlights are bad? Slim. Dang, I said dang again. So, let me figure all this out, get power to the key switch, and then there's a brand new key switch laying there that may or may not work for this. I might have to switch the plug ends around, and we'll go from there. I do know the solenoid works if you put power down to it. Oh, but it doesn't work through the wiring harness, from what I remember. So, alright, let me get this figured out. I'll bring you guys back when I figure it out and go from there. Okay, I've did a lot of figuring and a lot of realizations in about a 10-minute period. So, this wire down here, I believe, is the wire that goes to the starter solenoid, along with this wire here, which I was in the process of testing. And I ended up, I just spliced the two wires together here instead of going to an amp gauge. It may or may not be shorting out. So I have another test going, see if I can do it one-handed. Okay. Come on. Come on. Aha. So as you guys can see, wire is on the coil, so I have power to the coil. And I got power there in the crank position. So the next thing I want to do is turn that blinding light off. And go there. Set you guys down for just a second here. And I'm going to hook the light up to the start position on the switch. So whenever I turn this to start, that lights up. Alright, so my next question is, and it should work, but I don't know. Hit. Hold on, I need another hand here. Anybody from the audience willing to help? So if I stick this into here, and hold this into the start position, we're going to crank. It may even start. It was blowing black smoke here. Oh, the choke works, that's right. Well, okay. So I got that part all figured out. So now it should start and run with the key switch. I don't know if the charging system works, but so far, so good. Aha. So just need to hook that wire to that wire without the alligator clip. I also figured out the circuit breaker is good, just bad connections. So put that all back together, and Bob seems to be your uncle again. I don't know why Bob's always your uncle, but he is. So get the start wire hooked up here. Then it should start running with a key switch, and then what I'm going to do is take this carburetor apart and see what's going on inside of there, because this thing was flooding terribly. So, float level, needle and seat. Option B, junk from the fuel tank, or 3, but I doubt it because I was using a reserve tank. Where is it? Oh, it's actually in this cup cadet. See that? Shut off. So, alright. So, yeah. We're getting places. I was just here working on this John Deere, and then I remembered I was working on the 424 tonight, and I never did put that wire loom on that battery cable. Son of a beach. I think I can do that with the hood on, but that's for later. So, I got the PTO clutch working on this thing while I had the gas tank out. It makes it nice to get in there and work on that. So, that works now. It engages and disengages. So I got that going. I got the belt off. It's underneath the tire. I'll get that. So, last but not least, would be the carburetor. So, let's peel this carburetor off, see what's happening there, and then I can put the foot pedals back on, at least the clutch side, so I can drive it. So, alright, let me get this carburetor off and see what happens. Hopefully the camera's not acting up. So boys, I finally found my smoking gun. Other than, you know, there is some dirtiness and crud on this carburetor. The vent is plugged. What that does, it doesn't allow the air to escape, and it pushes the fuel out up through the main jet. So it's trying to use the main jet as the vent. Huh? I'm a pretty smart fellow. Let's see if I can fix this on camera. I may have to do this off camera. I think a mud dauber knows. My sugar is extremely low, which isn't helping the cause. Yep, there you go. Bowl vent was plugged. I had this carburetor apart twice and didn't catch it. So I'm going to finish cleaning this carburetor up off camera. I'm going to reinstall it and put it on and see if it magically runs good. Nice. Very nice. I love it when it's a cheap, simple fix. Okay, you guys are going back on the charger. It's almost 8 o'clock at night. I want to hear this thing run once, even if the gas tank is just sitting on it. I think I'm going to add a little bit more fuel to this. I put like a half a quart in it. Just so I know it's got fuel down there, it doesn't have a fuel pump. And it's also angled the wrong way. So, full choke. Give it just a little bit of throttle. Gas is on. See if we'll start with the key switch. I think I did it. everything but idle real good. PTO clutch even works. So I can't remember if these are backwards. I'm going to go out a half a turn and see what that does. I think that's what we needed. Well, if I'd have hooked the clutch up, we could try and drive it. 13.6 at idle. Very good, very good. Rev it up just a little bit. $13.7. Yeah, it's working right. Sweet. I done good with that carburetor. Nice, very nice. Just remember, kids, even I mess stuff up. Vent was plugged. What do you guys think? We'll start right back up. Oh, yeah? Listen to that sweetheart. So, I think that's... I can't remember. It should be a forward gear. Let's find out. That is not in a gear. Hate these John Deere transmissions. Is that reverse? Nope. Is that reverse? Yep. Okay. Very good. Moves forward and backwards. That's all I need to know. Now I just need to reinstall that clutch pedal on here, but I want to make sure everything worked. And put the nuts on there and the two bolts back there that hold the seat band down. And I even have another seat over there. It's not quite right, but it'd be better than nothing.